Imagine even a little bit more production out of Micah Wynn for the remainder of the year. And Cerritos College is in pretty darn good hands.
Yeah, first time tonight that the Falcons will show that zone defense. Biggs had it stripped away, and the steal will come down to Perez.
LeFou, dominant defensive effort there. Nice little steal for him.
A Win with it on the other end for the Falcons. Guarded tightly by Mitchell West. Win will kick it back out. Perez, top of the key, down low, LeFou. LeFou, floater in the lane, missed it, gets his own rebound. LeFou, second effort, and he's fouled on the way back up. 2 free throws for the freshman, Anthony LeFou.
And an uncharacteristic dominant second half for the freshman. LeFou out there, boy, just talk about a man with so much hard work as he plays off of that bench, and he plays like he should be a starter.
Hey, he's out of the Trinity League.
He knows about hard work.
Yeah, exactly. He shows that he's a quality player as he sinks his first free throw. It rimmed in.
A nice showing for these Trinity League men out here. Juwan Thomas playing relatively well. LeFou now getting the act. Solid day for the men out of the Trinity. The Trinity League's nowhere near your Glendale.
No, it's not. And it's not all that close to Cerritos as well. It's mostly made up of Orange County schools. LeFou missed the second. Thomas, the other man out of the Trinity League, out of St. John Bosco, pulled down the rebound. 15-point Falcon lead. Near side of the floor, the three is no good from Christopher Hines, and LeFou pulls down the board. Stepping in for Jeff Gonzalez, who's getting a breather over there on the bench. He's looking a lot like Jeff Gonzalez, and now Merriweather called for the carryover.
And that'll be yet another turnover for Glendale. Ill afford to have those type of plays when you're trailing by 15. The Vaqueros have been plagued with their inability here to hang on to the basketball. Even though that defense hasn't played well, they've got to resurrect things offensively.
55-40. It's been one of those nights, huh? Biggs with it, far side of the floor. Draws the double, kick it back out. Thomas will try a three. Missed it short. Rebound to Perez.
Thomas now make it 1 for 9 for Juwan Thomas tonight.
On the other end, Win. Down low, LeFou. He's feeling it, but he airballed the floater. Rebound, Dylan Biggs. Biggs in transition. Thomas near side of the floor. Thomas in traffic, and he lost it out of bounds. It's going back into the direction of the Cerritos College Falcons.
1 of 9 for Juwan Thomas. Now make it his second turnover for the young man. And Cerritos College is looking up at that scoreboard thinking 13-18 to go, leading by 15. All we got to do is just take care of business. Don't turn over the basketball and knock down your easy jumpers.
Douglas will bring it up for the Falcons. Kick LeFou. Win. In the lane, he'll pull up a short jumper with the left hand, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Dylan Biggs, who's been all over the glass defensively here for Glendale in the second half. Biggs will bring it up the other way, and he lost the basketball. Merriweather picked his pocket. On the other end, Douglas in transition all the way to the hole. He'll miss an easy layup. Too hard. Rebound, Juwan Thomas. On the other end, Thomas will kick to the corner. Double team down low, but still getting the layup to go is Christopher Hines. It's a 13-point Falcon lead and a timeout called by Glendale College with 12:38 left to go in regulation. 55-42, Cerritos College leads.
Well, say what you want about that shooting percentage, which looks a whole lot worse now, but these guys are flying all over the floor, sprinting its way from bucket to bucket. Guys are unable to finish these plays, but one thing that I do commend for Glendale, which trails but they're not out, down by 13, is their ability to not blink following a miss, able to come back on the defensive end. Listen, this team has given up 17 three-pointers over the last 2 weeks. That's among the worst here in junior college. Over the last 2 games, my apologies. But if there's one thing that they do defend extremely well, it's those shots inside the paint. Cerritos College is having absolutely no success with their guys down low. Very rare to see a guy like Anthony LeFou come in and get shots like that, because normally Cerritos College is having a real tough time against the Vaquero defensive team down low. The Glendale College Basketball Club, they're doing a great job inside the arc.
I think when you look at the struggles that Cerritos College has had offensively down in the post, you go back to the very first game of the season at Rio Hondo. Rio Hondo had one man over 6'7". Cerritos College, you look down their roster, they got about 4 or 5. They couldn't capitalize. Rio Hondo in that first game dominated them on the boards, and Glendale's doing that tonight. But luckily, the Falcons 9 3-pointers, all in the first half. They haven't gotten one here in the second half.
Yeah.
It's still helping out that 13-point lead.
Certainly is, and here's another game where Cerritos College dominates size and speed as well, and they are finally using that strength to their advantage. I think it took about a month of the year to kind of get some of that rust, some of that off-season jitters, if you will. A bunch of new guys here in that starting lineup, finally getting these guys involved, and they're using their size for them, not against them, especially here tonight.
Out of the timeout, it's Falcon basketball. Gonzalez checked back in. He'll go back to work on offense. A nice spin move to the bucket, and he'll lay it in with the right hand. No 15-point lead for the Falcons at 57-42.
No question, career day. Put his efforts for Jeff Gonzalez on a highlight reel. This has been a phenomenal day for Jeff Gonzalez.
Thomas with it. He'll kick it to Michael Carter. Back to Thomas. Thomas will try the three, and he finally hits a field goal.
First three-pointer for Juwan Thomas. That's the spark that the Vaqueros needed.
12-point game. Still a lot of time left. 11:45 second half. Merriweather controls the near side of the floor in the corner. Kick it down low. Bell fouled on the floor. Fourth team foul against the Vaqueros.
Now, Vaqueros nearing the penalty. This has been a problem for Cerritos College for most of the year. Their foul trouble.
Especially last game against Cypress. Had a couple of guys foul out.
Including Jeff Gonzalez.
Gonzalez controls here. Kick back out to Josh Bell. Michael Wynn controlling. Back over to Brown with 25 to shoot. Merriweather down to the paint. Nearly lost it. He'll put it up and in off the glass with the right hand.
Everyone who's wearing a Cerritos College jersey, seemingly, except for maybe Michael Wynn, has played phenomenal offensive basketball. 59 points.
And Michael Wynn, he's allowed to have an off night.
Yeah, are you kidding? Number one by a mile in points per game for the Falcons.
On the other end, a foul called against Cerritos College. Mitchell West was driving to the bucket, and on the way up, he got hacked. He'll go to the line for two with 11:11 left to go in the second half. Down by 14. You know what they say about 11:11. It's time for the Glendale Vaqueros to make a wish.
More than just a wish, it seems, is going to save their defensive ineptitude, if you will. It just seems like Glendale is going to have to, if they want to crawl back into the race in their respective conference, the West State Southern Conference, they're going to have to get things going. They're frankly, just offensively, you're going to have to outscore everybody. That defense has just not been there for them the entire year. It's a defense that's allowing 65 points per game. Cerritos College is up to 59 right now with still 11 minutes to go. Seems like, at least against teams that outsize them, they're just going to have to outscore everybody.
Mitchell West got both at the line. It's a 12-point Falcon lead. Earl Morgan checks in for Josh Bell. Across the timeline comes Michael Wynn for Cerritos College. Over to Taylor Gonzalez. Gonzalez thought about the jumper. And now, down inside, Brandon Merriweather, another easy two under the bucket.
That's an important shot. It's proving that Cerritos College finally can get things going in the paint.
Dylan Biggs on the other end for Glendale. Will kick it back out up top. Juwan Thomas will reset. Near side of the floor, West. Fadeaway jumper is good.
Now the defense finally haunts Cerritos College. A nice little flip-flopping of points, if you will. And Cerritos College, again, only up by 12.
10:20 left to go in regulation. A 12-point Falcon lead at 61-49. Gonzalez will kick it back out up top. Douglas will try a three, and it rims in. First three of the second half. Second three of the second half for Cerritos College. LeFou had the one a few minutes ago. And it's 11 on the game for the Falcons.
Well, the script continues for Cerritos College. Their three-point dominance, over 70% from beyond the arc, has been second to none. Their best three-point total, if you will, of the entire year. Cerritos College playing phenomenal shooting basketball.
Juwan Thomas on the other end will get it to Dylan Biggs. Biggs will drive the lane, put it up with the right hand, and he'll get it to go off the glass.
4 for the last 4. Offense is continuing to become the savior for both of these teams.
13-point Falcon lead, and now an offensive foul called on Douglas, Taylor Douglas, the sophomore on the other end. It'll go back the direction of the Glendale Vaqueros with 9:37 remaining. A 64-51 Cerritos College lead.
It's been a great offensive day for Cerritos College. 64 points now. That is their second highest point total since all the way back in game number 2.
Near side of the floor, another fadeaway jumper is good from Christopher Hines. And the lead back to 11 with 9:20 left to go, 64-53.
An encouraging stat for Cerritos College. When they score 64 points, at least, they're 2-0. both of their wins have come when they score at least 64. It seems like they just got to outscore guys to win.
On the other end, kicking for a wide open three in the corner and missing was number 4, Taylor Douglas, who just made one, an offensive possession ago. And it's out of bounds off of the Falcons. Back it goes to Glendale College. LeFou will check back into the game for Earl Morgan for the Falcons. 9 minutes flat left to go. An 11-point lead for Cerritos College. Can they hold on for their 3rd win of the season? Thomas with it, 25 to shoot. Near side of the floor. That's Michael Carter. Carter back out up top. Christopher Hines controls. Hines back into the corner. Dylan Biggs one-on-one with the freshman LeFou. And Biggs walked with the basketball. A traveling violation will give it back to Cerritos College with 8:41 left to go.
Glendale's doing a nice job converting their possessions when they don't turn it over into points. It's just they've been shooting the ball nice, but when they turn it over, it's giving Cerritos College 5, 6, 7 bonus possessions, which they could ill afford in a 11-point game to really be given up here down the stretch.
Douglas controls for the Falcons. Will kick it back out to Micah Wynn, who will reset with 16 to shoot. Wynn down inside the three-point arc. Will kick it back out. Jeff Gonzalez, he's been the man for Cerritos College. Will give down low. LeFou nearly lost the basketball. And it goes out of bounds off of Glendale with 5 seconds left on the shot clock for the Cerritos College Falcons. And now Russ May will burn a timeout with 8:11 left to go in the second half. An 11-point Falcon lead.
Yeah, it was a dangerous pass for Jeff Gonzalez, but in a script very similar to that of Laker great Kobe Bryant, Michael Wynn, just a man who's been phenomenal for Cerritos College all year. My contention is, at least to this point, finally guys are getting things going, but Michael Wynn's just been far too dependent on. He hasn't had anybody else help him out. And when Cerritos College wins, there are 2 victories, and now make it 3 if they're able to hold off here tonight. They win based off of team basketball. When they get guys like Jeff Gonzalez working, guys like Taylor Douglas, who played relatively well, and not to mention a man now nearing double figures in number 2, Jay Merriweather, if they're able to get guys going other than Michael Wynn, this is a team that we could expect to crawl back into the thick of things there in the Southern Conference.
Falcon basketball out of the timeout. Cerritos will be inbounding from their own hoop. Douglas to inbound. We'll kick it back out up top to Wynn. 5 to shoot. Michael Wynn will take a long 3, and he'll hit it. Michael Wynn with his 3rd three-point field goal of the game, and the Falcon lead is back to 14 at 67-53.
Even when Michael Wynn struggles, he still has the mental makeup to make threes like that, knowing he has struggled throughout 30 minutes of basketball. Nice shot there to get back in the groove of things there from beyond the arc.
Hines controls on the other end for Glendale. He'll pull up with a jumper. It's too long. Rebound away to Mayweather.
It's your typical Golden State Warrior type basketball. Both of these teams, with literally 20, 25 seconds on the shot clock, not afraid to shoot very long threes, and nearly Glendale was able to answer with a 3 of their own.
Douglas with it, far side of the floor, 20 to shoot. Douglas will take a long 3, and he'll hit it. Cerritos College on fire is an understatement from beyond the arc tonight. That's number 13 as far as threes go for the Falcons. And it's a 17-point lead with 7:10 left to go. Thomas looking for the response, can't get it to go. Rebound LeFou, 70-53. The Falcons can feel it.
Sometimes it's just your night when you're playing basketball. Sometimes everything that you shoot just seems to go. And Cerritos College, that is their night. As it looks like Michael Wynn with the and one makes yet another shot, now into double figures, 72 points for Cerritos College, and we still have over 6 minutes of basketball to play. And one more time, sometimes everything just goes your way. The Falcons tonight are experiencing just that.
And I think Michael Wynn's layup and one there was the epitome of that. The ball bounced at every angle off of the rim and finally fell.
As he was shoved to the floor. 27%, Chris, from three-point range coming in. They're only making a quarter of their threes, yet it's 80% tonight.
Wynn missed the free throw, a 19-point lead. Biggs on the other end, and a foul called on Cerritos College as Biggs was driving to the bucket. That's the 6th team foul on the Falcons with 6:48 remaining in regulation. A 19-point lead, though, for Cerritos College, and you can't say enough about how well they've performed offensively. You just hope that it's able to translate into conference play in about a month.
Well, you took a look at